Hello, 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 and welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, I'm sorry, I'm falling over the place. Today I'm at Fawsley Hall. There's a nice little church in the middle of the field here, and I'm going to do some nighttime photography. Yeah, get some astrophotography going on here, and I'm actually going to take you along with me. Not going to be much B-roll in this because of the fact that it is pitch black, but yeah, I will go through some of the settings and stuff with you, and yeah, see if we can get some images. So about what 10 minutes ago the sun just set. However, we do have an issue. The moon will be rising in about what 10-15 minutes, but where I'm situated at the minute, it's going to take a few more minutes for it to rise just above the tree line and the hill that's obviously slightly behind me. There's a couple of compositions here that I may just maybe I may shoot, but it's getting really dark now. It's pretty dark, sketchy. I'm sure people are watching me. I'm setting it right now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some light painting. I'm going to capture the night sky, and fingers crossed, capture that comet. Oh yeah, let's get into this. The most important gear you need for this is a tripod. You need a very sturdy tripod. That's probably one of the main things you're really going to need now. So I don't really have a sturdy tripod, but I've got a half decent one. It does me well, but I wouldn't go for these flimsy cheap ones that you see on Amazon. A couple of shots that I'll post up here right now is using this setup, and what I've got is a Nikon D7200. Now for me, this is an amazing camera. It's absolutely, you can probably pick it up secondhand for 500 quid now. It's absolutely amazing camera. And I'm also using a Sigma 17 to 50 mm, which obviously can stop down to f2.8. So again, it's not an expensive lens, but it does wonders for me. So it's not a wide angle lens. I think I am shooting a crop sensor camera. So what's 17? What's that? 24 mm on a full frame camera, I think. So yeah, so if it's not, I'll post it up here as to what the equivalent is, and that is pretty much it. Remote shutter as well. So the last thing you want to be doing is obviously having to press that shutter button all the time, because that's going to cause vibrations, potentially cause vibrations in the camera as you're taking the shot. So with this, it's just they are all you need. I mean, nowadays phones can capture the night sky just as good. I won't say just as good, but you can get some half decent photos with your phones today. So yeah, that is what you don't need to go expensive. In fact, I actually didn't. I'll post it now on a 3200 using its kit lens as well. So the kit lens at that time, what was it 18? I can't remember what the kit lens was now. Is it 18 to 50 mm? I think. But yeah, just with a kit lens, I managed to get a Milky Way shot. So it is doable. So yeah, that's my setup, guys. That is my setup. All right, let's stop talking about gear now and let's crack on with this shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some light painting. So at the minute, as it's still bright over there, I'm going to light up this church using a torch. Okay, so I focused on the church. I'm manually focusing as well today, guys. Autofocus is not going to lock onto this on my camera. But what I am going to do is I'm going to start doing some light painting. Now I've got a head torch, so basically all I'm going to be doing is running over there while I've got a long exposure set on the camera, light up certain parts of the church. I'm not going to light up in the direction the camera's facing. What I am going to do is do certain angles of the church and then do a couple of shots of that, blend it in later in post, and then all I've got to do then is focus on the night sky. So once that's done, happy days. So like I said, I've manual focused. Okay, I'm going to be shooting at ISO 100 for this, for the cleaner image. And again, that's only for this. This is only for the church. That's all I'm doing it for. It's only for the church at ISO 100. We're going to be increasing the the ISO once we start shooting for the stars. Okay, so I've got 25-second time on this, so I'm just literally going to go running over there now. You're going to see me fall over so many times, and I'm going to light up the church. Okay, so there you go. Here's the two shots. I have double checked that they're in focus. So the moon is just literally rising behind me now. There is a glow through the tree lines, so it's not long before that gets up. Looking nice and orange though. It's looking nice and orange. Maybe I should have gone down to the lake down here and captured that, but I was here for the stars. I'm only here for the stars. So let's get on to the stars now. So I've done some light painting now, just 2 shots. I could have potentially done the whole building, to be honest with you. But yeah, I could have done the whole building in 1 shot. 25 seconds was more than enough, but it's given me a nice, crisp, clean image. Yeah, it's something I can work with. It brings the building out so it's not silhouetted. So now onto the night sky. There's quite a few stars around, looking quite nice. So what I'm going to do is, the way I do this is straight away I'm going to go to ISO 1600 just to start off with. Now there is a rule, or there's a little baseline that you can do. It's called the 500 rule. Basically what you do is you divide your focal length to from 500, and that will give you an ideal shutter speed. It doesn't really work with today's cameras, but it is something you can work with. So that just, supposedly it's to stop the star trails, so you get the right shutter speed for so no movement in the stars. But I normally work around about, well, my ISO is normally, depending on light obviously, but around about 1600 to 3200. So yeah, that's normally my ISO. I'm normally shooting around about 10 seconds, between 10 and 15 seconds, and that's always been okay for me. But let's show you the back of the camera here. So again, I'm shooting at f2.8. I'm shooting at f2.8, and I've got my seconds at 10 seconds in already. So let me show you. It's going to be quite difficult to do. I need to get something to hold this camera. So I'm going to go and find a star. What you're going to do is zoom in and then manually focus onto that star. I'm not sure you can see that in the back of the screen. No, I'm looking at the back of the screen now, and yeah, it just looks like I've lost signal. But you get the point. What you do is you manually focus into the. So I got to keep an eye on that moon. You've got to manually focus on the star. So what happens is when you're turning your focus ring, the star will get big, out of focus. So you want it so it's very pinpoint, and that is when you know you're set to infinity, and them stars are going to be pin sharp. So there you have it. There's the shot, guys. There's the shot. I could have potentially had that in 1 shot, to be honest with you, because obviously, like, I'm only at 1600, and it's lighting up the without light painting. It's lighting up the church nicely. But I just wanted to show you an example. It's quite fun as well. It is quite fun. It's the night sky, guys, and the moon is literally. Are you starting? No, you're not starting to see it yet. It's around there somewhere. I'm sure it'll pop up over my shoulder in a second. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You may not actually need to do light painting. Obviously I'm taking this shot now, and obviously the church is pretty nicely lit up on its own. However, I just wanted to show you an example of light painting and what's actually involved in that. And guess what? We have the Comet. The Comet is actually on the right-hand frame, right-hand side of the frame. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to change the composition slightly. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to change the composition. Let's go. I'm loving this, absolutely loving this. And again, yeah, there we go. You can see the moon now. Finally, it's coming up. There we go. You're finally seeing it in the frame. So I've changed my composition, like I explained earlier, but I've actually brought myself slightly over to the right, just to have some separation from the tallest part of the church to the Comet. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's an okay. I'm also going vertical as well, so I've angled the camera slightly up, so there's not much for the foreground. You've got a bit of foreground, obviously, but then it's going to be the church and then the stars above. So hopefully that'll turn out quite nice. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to sit when the lights up by the church. I'm going to manual focus on the church because obviously it's still dark and my camera's not going to focus on that. So that's what I'm going to do now. It was like it was made for it. See what I'm doing. So as you can see, it goes out of focus and you just want it so I think that's enough there. I've got that set up now. So I'm going to change my settings on the camera now because obviously I want the church to be nice and sharp. So I'm going to go up my ISO or lower my ISO. I've knocked it down to 200 and it's giving me a 30-second exposure. That's going to be perfect. So it's on a 30-second timer, so I've got plenty of time. I can see the light flashing. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just light paint on certain areas. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to make sure I get everything that I need. And what I'll do is I will literally get all this in the shot. I'll come over here quick, get all this foreground, get all of this. I can hear the camera. Get all that as well. Here's the final shot, guys. It's always best as well, guys. Nighttime photography is go and scout your area first. Honestly, it has been an absolute nightmare doing this. I suppose creating a video as well when you're on your own, it's quite difficult. And especially when you're carrying everything, and yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. It is a bit of a challenge, but I've enjoyed it. I've absolutely enjoyed it. I'm going to head off to that big broken tree that I've just seen there and see if I can come up with another shot. Hopefully, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? So yeah, until then, see you in a bit. I've come down to the branch. It's quite a tricky shot, to be honest with you, that one. I've had to lower myself, so I'm now low down to the ground because being higher up above the log, you see all the background and everything, like all the trees and stuff like that. I don't want that. What I really want is this log to be, or this branch to be, the mass of the foreground. You know what I mean? I want it punchy. I want it in your face, and then you've got the night sky. And the way because I'm so close to it, I've had to focus stack obviously right at the front, to the middle, to the back, and yeah, I'll post the image up shortly, but yeah, quite a difficult one, so I've had to lower down, so I'll give it that nice wide angle look. The one issue though, I don't know if this makes it or breaks it, to be honest with you, but we're starting to get a lot of thin cloud coming over. So I think that's going to be it for tonight's shoot. But yeah, here's the image for that. I'm not going to go through the settings for this. It's going to be pretty much the same as to what I've done here. But yeah, it's been quite a nice evening, to be honest with you. It's been very nice, nice and peaceful. But yeah, hopefully you like the shot. Here it is. That is me done. Hopefully you like the images. If you like the video, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel, because it will help me out loads, and it obviously really does pushes me to get out and do some photography. It really does, because I enjoy doing this. I love photography, and I love making videos. So even though I'm still new to it, I absolutely enjoyed this. It's been so nice. I've got a lot of kit to pack away. You know, I've got everything here. Even the other tripod. Thank you so much. I'm going on now, I need to go. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.